spooky, scary stories. So go ahead and sit back, relax, go get something to eat or drink, and we'll get right into it. I have like three stories that I'm going to read. So the first one is called Mersal's Mistake. As I was walking on my way home from work at 10 p.m. in my neighborhood, with my house just around the corner, as I walked past a street lamp near some trees and large hedges, I heard some rustling come from the hedges. I thought it was an animal or something, so I didn't pay much mind to it. Then I heard footsteps from behind me. I turned around and faced a figure standing 20 feet away under the street lamp. It was a tall old man, and he was holding a square object. He just stood there and pointed at the object in his hand with a soulless expression. There was no way I was going over to that man, so I continued walking, picking up the pace. After a few seconds of silence, I heard footsteps from behind me again, but this time they were faster. I turned back and saw the tall man running towards me. I turned back to my original direction and bolted. The man was still chasing me, but he was making weird noises. It sounded like messed up speech. I once again turned around to face the man. He slowed down. No reflection in his eyes, still making noises and holding the object toward me. I had enough of this freak, so I pulled out my knife and lunged at the man. I stabbed him in the stomach several times before ripping the blade out from his gut and impaled his eyes. Blood squirted from his eyes and poured down his face. He fell to the hard concrete to be left for dead. I picked up the object and headed home. I don't like being talked to, but every time I walk home from work, Jerry tries talking to me despite him being deaf. I had dropped my wallet and he tried giving it back to me. But I had enough of that senile old man, so I mercilessly took him out. Can't say I'm sorry. I noticed my wallet had some blood spots on it. I picked it up, and that's when I noticed something was off. I quickly opened and reached inside. ID, Jerry Marr, son of a. I picked up the wrong wallet. I put my shoes back on and flew out the door. I turned the corner and saw Jerry's dead body at the end of the block, surrounded by police. I noticed one of the officers turn their head toward me. I darted back to my house in a panic. My wallet with my ID is over there, so they know who did it. Minutes later, I heard a knock at the door. Okay, so this next story is called Who's in My Bed? A father went to say goodnight to his 7-year-old son, very well knowing that if he didn't, his son would have trouble sleeping. It was a nightly routine. He entered the dimly lit room, where his son waited under his blanket. Without first glance, the father could tell there was something unusual about his son tonight, but couldn't put his finger on it. He looked the same, but had a grin that drew from ear to ear. "You okay, buddy?" the father asked. The son nodded, still with the grin, before saying, "Daddy, check for the monster under my bed." The father chuckled a bit before getting on his knees. There, under the bed, pale and afraid, was his son, his real son. He whispered, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." Oh, that one gave me a little bit of chills. So those are all the stories that I have. This was really fun to do, so I hope I'm able to find some more stories and read them to you guys. Or if you guys have some that you guys would love to share, you guys could go ahead and comment them, and I'll go ahead and read them out aloud. They don't have to be scary or spooky. They could just be like some good juicy tea, like that weird coworker, that weird neighbor, the awkward first date that you had with